Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this video will be on my second trimester during pregnancy. So let's jump right into it. So my second trimester of pregnancy is probably one of the best out of the 4 trimesters. During this time I started to get back my appetite so I could eat again, and I started to put on back some weight, and I was just feeling like more of myself. So this was also the trimester that I found out I was having a baby girl on my birthday, which is October 30th, just in case anybody wants to get me anything for next year. It's not too early. Yeah, so I enjoyed this trimester, and it was also the time where I moved from Kingston to back home, right? So a lot was happening during this time. Yeah, as I said, I started to eat again, but I still couldn't eat chicken. I still couldn't eat sweet things. I really loved fruits like the June plum. I couldn't eat that all the time. I couldn't eat papaya, and well, they say you shouldn't eat papaya because it cleans out your system, and you don't really want to do that when you're pregnant. Yeah, so I also started to get back more energy during this trimester. So one day, something I think unfortunate happened to me. I never had food that morning, but I was just there cleaning for like 3 hours, and like I was hungry for like an hour straight. Obviously I'm pregnant and I shouldn't go hungry, right? So I was there cleaning, and I was hungry, but I was ignoring it because my mentality is, which I should really stop thinking that way, is I need to finish this first and then I go eat. So it's hard for me to pause when I'm doing something and to go eat, but I had that mentality still while pregnant. Anyways, I feel something now kind of drop from from my private area, and I wouldn't imagine that to be like a good thing. So I went to the bathroom and I checked, and it was a little bit of blood. So me start fret. I called my gynecologist right away, and he told me to come in. It wasn't him that saw me because apparently he was having a baby at the time as well too. So I think he flew out to go deal with his baby thing. So his mom, who is the other gynecologist, saw me, and she sent me to go do an ultrasound, and I was there wanting to cry, but I couldn't cry, or they advise you not to cry because I guess of the different movements of your stomach, the contractions and the in and out and the breathing and whatever isn't good for the growing baby inside your tummy. So me one ball and me can't ball. So because you feel sad because you see a little blood come out, you're like, oh my god, this cannot be something good, you know what I mean? I'm not on my period, so I shouldn't be like seeing blood. So anyways, I went to do an ultrasound and nothing was wrong. So she said to me that it may have been just like a shift in the placenta from the walls of down there. And she said, I was there asking her if my baby is going to be fine, and she said, yeah man, baby's going to be fine. And she gave me some progesterone pills just to kind of help put everything back in place and stuff. And this was when she advised me to take it easy on the physical activities. So this is when I completely stopped going to the gym. For those who know me, the gym is a very big part of my life. I know that the gym instill a lot of discipline in me, gives me a lot of peace of mind. It's more than just the physical part of it. It gives me peace of mind. It makes me very disciplined. It makes me push harder than I usually would. It's just like everything for me. So to remove the gym from my everyday activity now was something that I felt sad about, but I knew that doctor's advice, it would be good for me and for baby. That was the first thing. Second thing, during this time I really So I thought I was going to be a boy mom, but clearly I'm not a boy mom because I'm a girl mom. And I wanted to find out the gender on my birthday. So I had two plans for my birthday last year. Was one, go to the doctor and find out what kind of baby may I have, and two, a spa day. And it didn't go according to plan. So I woke up early and everything, go to the doctor. Him say, no, what was, yes, I went to the doctor to do an ultrasound. This doctor that I went to, he doesn't do any ultrasound for pregnant women beyond 3 months, right? So I have to go on other place now. I'm gonna do my ultrasound. Well, I went to my doctor, which I really should have in the first place, and she wrote me a reference to go do an ultrasound at, I think, Apex or something like that, I remember. So I went and I was there waiting. I almost never got through because I think they closed off at a specific time. But I asked the lady that, please, miss, I want to find out today because of my birthday. And she allowed me to. So anyways, I was there in the place waiting to do the ultrasound, and what happened is I just started to cry out of nowhere because I never ate in. I ate something in the morning, but because I figured that the ultrasound would have, because I had set an appointment to do an ultrasound, but it wasn't the right doctor. So because I thought I would have um got through, I did not. So I didn't eat anything, and generally when I don't eat anything, I'm very miserable, I'm very moody, I just want something to eat. And I was there in the ultrasound place waiting to get through, just kind of going back and forth in my mind if I should leave and get some food. If I leave, I'm not gonna maybe get through today to find out the gender of my baby. So I'm in another place, I'm gonna just start bawl, I'm gonna just start break down. And they had to move me from in front of the crowded area and bring me like behind where, like, in the office area, because they must say, oh yeah, boss, so much. And it was just a very hard day for me because imagine planning out everything and you kind of wanted it to be, you have two things to do on the day, two things, and it just did not go according to plan, right? Which it really did go according to plan, because I found out I was having a baby girl, which I guess on your birthday, generally what is expected is that you level up and your whole mindset, a year older, a year wiser, is what they say, right? So me, finding out I was having a baby girl just kind of made me immediately like take a 180 or a 360. I haven't figured that out yet, but maybe just take a whole new mental approach to life. After me bawling, they brought me, behind everybody, where everybody was, the backstage of what was happening, the office area. And they were trying to console me, but I was just there bawling my eyes out. And I know that they say you shouldn't cry, but me did a bawl, come I couldn't hold it. And then finally it was my time. So she did the ultrasound and she told me I was having a girl, and I felt good in the moment, but for some reason I wasn't like super overjoyed. I had a hard time connecting, to be honest, with my baby while she was inside my belly. I don't know why that was, but I had a very hard time connecting. But no, she's just like the love of my life type of thing, right? So when I found out, I was happy, but I guess I never felt the type of joy that I would have expected. And but I was still super grateful, but my mind immediately went to processing things like, all right, then I'm having a girl, what's the best way, can I be a good girl mom? It's just like all of these thoughts. And I think that's probably maybe why I didn't allow myself to feel like super happy, is because my mind immediately went to processing like, okay, then how am I going to be a good girl mom? So yeah, found out I was having a girl on my birthday. And then again, that whole day I was just like bawling because I found out I was having a girl. I wanted to go do a spa day, like to get a maternity massage, as them call it, prenatal massage. But the place that I had booked the appointment for, they told me I couldn't come in because I was late, and I went to this other place that told me that I could have gotten it, but I did not because they were gonna be closed. And I just kind of went there to, all right, the my nails and my toes, but being there, it's just like the persons who are doing my manicure and pedicure was just talking about themselves and what them go through with man and relationships, and it was just like such a man, it was just like such a day. Those two things stood out to me for my in my second trimester. But overall, it was good. I had the support of my partner. I also opted to be alone on my birthday as well too, because I think every year, sometimes I feel like what I realize now is, I know this is about like pregnancy and stuff, but every year I feel like I always do some party, do some family or some friends thing. And that specific year, meaning last year when I turned 27, I wanted to do something alone. I wanted to be alone. If it's either me now plan something or somebody plan something for me. So maybe just want to do something. And I realized that I don't think I'm that type of person who would like to engage in um big party, big friends link up type of thing. That's not my thing anymore. I prefer, as I said, solitude and just like the closeness and the intimacy of having friends and like family around, you know what I mean? It's just something to feel as close to home as possible. But yeah. Anyways, during the second trimester now, I was peeing a lot. I was peeing a whole lot. I couldn't catch a break. Every night I just awake, I forgot the bathroom. So, and what else do we have here? Oh yes, I was obsessed with Google and reading and asking questions. I remember specifically I went so deep into reading about the OJ Simpson case. Like, what the hell? I don't know. And I started to read a lot about Tina Turner and them something. And I say, oh, how did I get this idea? You know what I mean? How did I even like think about these things? I was just like super obsessed with reading and like finding out and researching. I remember all of that. I spoke up. Oh yes, I think my anxiety started to act up, but I can't remember at what point. But it's listed here. Another big thing that happened was me moving from Kingston to Manchester. So I did this because your girl wanted to save. Right, me not being a rent in a new Kingston, which my rent wasn't that expensive to be honest, but you know what I mean. I wanted to save and conserve as best as possible because you don't know what can happen, right? So I moved back to my mom's house. Also, she can help me here, and it was more peaceful because I lived by the roadside in New Kingston. So every morning me I hear police siren, fire truck, yang bike, beer horn a blow them something there, and I don't think it would have been good. It was just like a lot of noise pollution for myself and for my baby. So I decided to move during that time, and it was like a big shift for me because obviously I work in Kingston and everything is in Kingston, as you know, because I work in entertainment. So you know I couldn't travel back and forth, but I was still, well, even though I moved to Manchester, I was in Kingston for a bit because my partner, he lives in Kingston, so I was at his place because I have work and stuff, and we still have to go work and do all of these things and whatever. So but yeah, my second trimester was fairly easy. I got back a lot of my energy. How me know is me did a clean thirsty. Yes, I'm drinking off the top of my baby's bottle because she not take buckle at all. And she doesn't anyway. But yeah, so I got a lot of my energy because the house that I live in now is a 2-floor house, and when me say me clean the house, me clean upstairs and downstairs, I'm gonna have a belly in front of me. I should have taken a video, but I got back a lot of my energy. I started to eat properly, and yeah, I wasn't as tired. Maybe sometime, but not as tired and whatever. And I think during this time as well too, I was going out. I had a belly, but nobody could really tell and stuff, which was good because I like to keep things private. I don't think I have much to say on the second trimester, to be honest, but third trimester, no. Yeah, a little bit. So let me know if you experience, what your experiences are, or what you've heard about persons or about women who experience things in the second trimester. Even for the men who are watching, like, what do your partner goes what does your partner go through, like, what do you experience, you know what I mean? And comment below so we can see all of these different takes and so forth. So I'm reading my notes again and seeing, oh god, I'm gonna shave. And I'm seeing here again where I had a heightened sense of smell. And oh, 21 weeks and 6 days. Is this the second trimester? 21 weeks and 6 days is when I found I had major movements. I remember exactly the moment when I first, well, I think it was two moments. One was when we did a drive and the road is rocky, but I couldn't tell if I was actually her moving. But when I felt her move for the first time was when I was getting anxious. Somebody was in my house who I'm not friends with, but it's a friend of my mom, and their presence made me very nervous. I started to get anxious, and I think she responded to that. My energy kind of shifted, and I just kind of felt her kick, and I was like, wow, this is like, what's our response, you know what I mean? So that was the first time I felt her move during the second trimester. Yeah, so let me guys know what you think, what your experiences are for the second trimester. If you're going through it now, let me know what you're going through so we can have a discussion. This is a safe space, as I mentioned in my previous video. Anybody who will be sharing unkind comments, it's gonna be a block and delete. I'm not sure if you can do that on YouTube, but I certainly will find a way, right? So thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye guys.